Greetings, ones. Today we're going to talk about how you can predict violence after you leave an abusive relationship. Will your abusive partner be violent after you leave? To help get these messages out, please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit that like button and the notification bell, and please share these messages with others, because you never know, just by doing so, you could save a life. We know that leaving is the most dangerous time for a domestic violence survivor, and abusers often lash out in an attempt to regain control over their partner, or they may resort to extreme violence, even homicide, because they feel that they have nothing left to lose. But not all abusers escalate violence when the survivor leaves. So how will you know if your abuser will? There are plenty of stories in which an abuser becomes violent after the survivor decides to end the relationship, even though no physical abuse was present while they were together. Survivor Audrey Mabry has one such story. She told domestic shelters that her husband became violent for the first time only after they became estranged. For the most part, though, examining your partner's behavior during the relationship will give you the best clues as to how he will act once you leave. Danger ahead. These are red flags to watch out for. Melanie Carlson, MSW, a former shelter advocate and case manager, says that human behavior is one of the hardest things to predict. Still, past behavior is the most predictive of future behavior. There are often clear patterns in a person's behavior. Domestic violence has a high rate of recidivism, meaning if it happens once, it's likely to happen again. A Bureau of Justice survey found that women ages 35 to 49 who reported an incident of intimate partner abuse had previously been abused by the same partner. So if your partner was physically abusive during the relationship, he or she may continue to be physically abusive after the relationship ends. And if the physical violence escalated during the relationship, it is best to assume it may continue to escalate after leaving. There are other red flags to look out for. Carlson says if there was physical abuse while pregnant or in public, strangulation, threats with a weapon, or statements like, "If you leave, I'll kill myself," use extreme caution when leaving. She adds that those kinds of behaviors show that they're really not concerned with the consequences. Access to weapons is another predictor of intimate partner homicide, particularly intimate partner femicide, which is the murder of a woman. A woman's chance of being murdered by her abuser increases by 500% if a gun is present in the home. Abusive partners with any military or police training, this makes the situation more dangerous because of their access to weapons and being more effective at doing maximum physical harm. But also, don't ignore those non-physical warning signs. Abusers may resort to violence once the relationship ends, even if they weren't physically abusive during the relationship. Carlson recommends taking caution when leaving a relationship if your partner showed any signs of controlling behavior, including financial abuse, sexual coercion, isolating you from loved ones, verbal abuse, and gaslighting. She says if you're dealing with any of this, it's best to talk to someone who has expertise in safety planning and the resources to get you the help you need. Call a hotline or reach out to a shelter to talk to someone who can coach you through all of the mechanisms you can use to leave safely. With 1 in 3 women experiencing domestic violence worldwide, the question is not if you will encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you encounter them? You actually could be a person who saves a life. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice, and those who suffer violence need to know that those who love them and those who don't even know them will step out and reach out to them to give them the help and the courage they need to leave before it's too late. Help us get these messages out so those who are suffering can recognize their situation and know that they can't escape, or those who are not suffering can recognize somebody who is suffering. Subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, hit the like button, and also hit that notification button and share these messages with others, because you never know, you may save a life. If you're a victim of violence, I want you to listen to me. You are valued. You've been told all of these lies for a long time, and I want to tell you the truth. You are valued. You are loved. You are intelligent, and you are beautiful. And God does not want you to suffer violence. He wants you to live free from violence in peace and tranquility. There is a way out. It's not your fault, and abuse is not love. If someone says that they love you and they abuse you, they are lying to you. If you're a victim of violence, reach out to someone. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 to bring the help to you. Tomorrow, we're going to ask the question on everyone's mind, will my abuser kill me? Until then, God bless.